On this edition of Tacoma Report, we'll visit with the fire department, find out about cleanup efforts along key corridors, and meet the zoo's newest clouded leopard cubs. Stay tuned. Welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Anita Gallagher. Lincoln, Stadium, and Wilson High Schools earned placement on America's Most Challenging High Schools list this year for their success in providing advanced coursework. The Washington Post annual ranking evaluates all U.S. public high schools based on the number of seniors taking advanced class tests before graduation. At least half of the seniors at Lincoln, Stadium, and Wilson completed at least 2 advanced tests, a feat achieved by only 11% of comprehensive high schools nationwide. This year marks the first time Tacoma has had 3 high schools make the prestigious list. Academic performance has improved so much at Jason Lee Middle School and Mann Elementary School that the State Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction has removed both schools from its annual ranking of low-performing schools. Washington schools are placed on OSPI's list due to low student performance on state reading and math assessments over a 3-year period. Jason Lee Middle School was one of the first schools in Washington to make the low performance list in 2010 and left the priority school list based on improved performance on state tests of all students. Mann left the list of focus schools based on the improved performance on state tests of its students with disabilities. As summer approaches, learning activities outside of the classroom are popping up. Metro Park's mini day camps for preschoolers are back. During the months of June through September, get your 4 to 5-year-olds to Titlow Lodge, the Center at Norpoint, or Wapato Pavilion for fun indoor and outdoor activities and projects. Space is limited with a maximum of 20 kids per week. Go to metroparkstacoma.net to register today. As the sunny season begins, now is the time to get out and enjoy our bike-friendly state. Every year, the League of American Bicyclists ranks all 50 states on their bikeability. For the 8th year in a row, the League has named Washington as the #1 bicycle-friendly state. This ranking is based on a questionnaire that is answered by each state's bicycle coordinator. There are also 5 categories that are viewed as attributes of a bicycle-friendly state. This ranking report card was announced in May as part of National Bike Month. To view the full report, visit their website. After the break, find out what 80-year-old Tacoma treasure will be shown for the first time in more than 8 decades. Don't go away. The Tacoma Historical Society, City of Tacoma, and other local partners are teaming up to bring the 1927 silent film Eyes of the Totem back to the city. This film features historic sites in the Tacoma area, providing a motion picture record from the period. Currently, a restoration team plans to restore and re-release Eyes of the Totem at the Rialto Theater in September, complete with an original musical score for the film. This is the first time the film will be shown publicly in over 80 years. Let's take a look at the preview. To learn more about the project and find out about future showings, visit the Eyes of the Totem website. If you're interested in a more contemporary film, the Click Flick may be more your speed. The next free Click Family Flick is just around the corner, so mark your calendar. The animated adventure Rio 2 comes to Tacoma's Grand Cinema Saturday, June 20th at 10 a.m. Seating is limited and children must be accompanied by an adult. More family-friendly fun is to be had at the zoo. The Point Defiant Zoo and Aquarium celebrated the birth of 4 clouded leopard cubs on May 12th. Clouded leopards are endangered, and only about 24 accredited zoos in North America breed the highly reclusive cats, which are indigenous to Southeast Asia. This is the third litter for their mother, Chai Lai. Their father is her mate, Na Foon. Although litters of 4 are uncommon, the new cubs are healthy, eating well, and gaining weight. The cubs are not yet on exhibit, but the zoo expects to announce a date soon when the public will be able to see them and reveal details on how they will be named. April showers bring May flowers, and June workshops at the Enviro House are scheduled to help residents create sustainable and water-efficient landscapes. Learn about permeable paver options, picking flowers that bloom beyond May, and getting started with backyard chickens and ductless heat pumps. You can register and get the full list of upcoming workshops by visiting the city's website or by calling the number listed on your screen. When we come back from the break, find out where new green space is planned. The Pierce Conservation District, along with the City of Tacoma and other local partners, are turning pavement into paradise. In June, volunteers will come together to remove about 8,000 square feet of unused pavement for a deep-pave project in the McKinley Business District. A follow-up volunteer event in October will plant 11 trees and over 600 shrubs in place of the pavement that was removed. As a result, over 200,000 gallons of polluted stormwater will be diverted from Puget Sound annually. Contact the Pierce Conservation District for more information. Pavement is going in through a collaboration between the City of Tacoma and Port of Tacoma. Grants were acquired to reconstruct Port of Tacoma Road. The project began on Monday, June 1st, on what is estimated to be a 6-month project timeline. Approximately 7,800 feet of road surface is being reconstructed between East 11th Street and Marshall Avenue. Project updates are available through the city's Port of Tacoma Road project site. The port will also provide project updates through text and email alerts. Residents can subscribe to receive this information through their Subscribe to Updates webpage or via text message. As the city prepares for the U.S. Open, the Public Works Department is sprucing up the public rights-of-way on 56th Street to help welcome visitors coming to Chambers Bay for the U.S. Open golf tournament. Property owners along the Key Corridor are being asked to help too.
56th Street will really be the front door for Tacoma. Folks will come off the freeway and they're going to come down 56th to get to Chambers Bay, and we really want to make sure that we look good. So we'd love to make sure that property owners are taking care of their front doors, making sure that their vegetation is trimmed, that they don't have any piles of junk or debris in their yards. Business owners making sure that any graffiti or vandalism is cleaned off of their buildings, really again putting that really nice first foot forward.
If you have graffiti, overgrown vegetation, or other nuisances on your property, the city's Code Enforcement Division is asking for your proactive help in cleaning it up. Resources to help you correct code violations are available and can be found by calling 311 or going online. One resource available to property owners on key corridors is the city's Rapid Graffiti Removal Program. After a successful pilot of the Rapid Graffiti Removal Program in 2014, the City of Tacoma's Neighborhood and Community Services Department will continue to partner with property owners. The program will expand to more of Tacoma's key corridors in 2015.
The Rapid Graffiti Removal Program is a program in which the city is offering to property owners along key corridors in the city, and those are really our large arterial streets, places where there are bike and pedestrian corridors, and places with large concentrations of businesses, the opportunity to remove graffiti up to 3 times at no cost to the property owner. We are funding the Rapid Graffiti Removal Program through 2016, and we have expanded some of our key corridors. The biggest expansions were on Tacoma Avenue, Fawcett Avenue, and Market Street, and that's because we had a lot of feedback from the community that they needed some additional help down there. As a reminder, the Rapid Graffiti Removal Program is just one tool in property owners' toolboxes to make sure that we're removing graffiti quickly.
The city is contracting with Goodbye Graffiti to do the rapid graffiti removal for properties on eligible key corridors. The service is provided at no cost to the property owner, but a signed permission slip is required for participation in the program. For more information, call 311 or visit the city's website. After the break, we'll find out how the Tacoma Fire Department is working with businesses to help prevent emergencies. Public safety first responders are both reactionary and proactive. When a crisis occurs, they have to quickly respond to the scene, and they have to try to come up with ways to head off a problem before it starts. For the Tacoma Fire Department, the preemptive approach they take with local businesses has been credited with preventing many potential fires in our community.
The Building Inspection Program is a comprehensive annual inspection of all buildings and businesses in the city of Tacoma. So not a lot has changed with the program. We'll still come in and do an annual inspection, but people will be receiving a better notification before our inspection, and we'll also be billing. When we go in to do a building inspection, we're looking for fire code violations. That's problems with exits or access, lighting, electrical issues. And we're actually including a list of our most common found violations in our notifications so that people can go ahead and take a look at their building or business ahead of time to make sure that they don't have any problems.
We'll be conducting our inspections as we always have and pointing out any of the violations. During our same walkthrough, we do our exterior inspection as well as our interior inspection, and we point out any hazards, and just as in the past, we are going to continue to point out those violations and give them time to correct those violations.
We do an inspection of every building and business every single year, and we have for quite a while now. But now you'll also be receiving notification about a month before we come out. And if you have any questions, you can of course go to our website at cityoftacoma.org/BIP. We have more information about what we're looking for in our inspections.
Tacoma Public Utility employees are getting out into the community to make a difference. Performing community service has become an important part of the culture in many workplaces, and that includes the public sector. Volunteers from Tacoma Public Utilities spent many hours this spring giving time to an agency called Rebuilding Together South Sound. Their efforts helped improve the life and surroundings of an elderly Tacoma homeowner. John Phillips has more.
A little carpentry, some painting, a dab of cleaning, tossing junk, and some major yard work. Employee volunteers spend a day helping a Tacoma neighbor that most haven't met before this day.
Well, it's wonderful to get a chance to get out in the community and help people who really will appreciate the work that we're doing.
He and 65 coworkers converge on this central Tacoma neighborhood to do a major makeover on the home a woman named Eleanor has lived in for 30 years.
This is so overwhelming. It's exciting. It's really joyful. I'm so grateful.
In her career as a social worker, Eleanor helped other people in need. But a year after her husband died, a brain aneurysm left her unable to do the proper upkeep on her home. She applied for help from the Rebuilding Together South Sound program, and TPU's Community Connection volunteers got the task.
They came in with their energy. They are so enthusiastic. They are just so talented, and I really appreciate them very much.
I think we're so fortunate to have the skill set here to really make some amazing differences that a homeowner like this could never afford to do.
Weeks before Rebuilding Day arrives, TPU project coordinators visit the home to size up Eleanor's needs. The to-do list grows quickly, both inside and out. The porch is hazardous, some electrical and plumbing needs attention, and the yard is overgrown.
Blackberries 10 feet tall in this area, and so it was kind of a disaster.
After several hours of work, a usable yard emerges. Volunteers create a new vegetable garden and replace a rotting porch. Inside, they've patched walls, cleaned and painted.
Words cannot even express my gratitude today.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
The rebuilding effort will make it easier for Eleanor to continue living safely in her home of 3 decades. And that alone delights these volunteers.
Makes me feel like I've helped out not just the person that I'm helping, but myself too.
Rebuilding is the largest of nearly 3 dozen community connection activities that TPU employees take part in every year. It's their way of giving back to the community. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
The TPU crew worked about 13 hours just on rebuilding day. Other employees put in time on the weekend before so that the property would be ready for project day. As you tackle small or large projects around your home, you may wonder what you should do with burned out light bulbs. If they contain mercury, you're now required to dispose of them properly, not toss them in the garbage or curbside recycle bins. A new law is now in effect that requires people to recycle mercury-containing light bulbs at authorized collection sites. There are 3 types of bulbs targeted by the law: compact fluorescent bulbs, which are typically spiral-shaped, fluorescent tubes that are 1 to 8 feet long, and high-intensity discharge light bulbs. Bulbs must not be broken, otherwise the mercury can escape. Tacoma Power's website, knowyourpower.com, has a list of retail locations where bulbs can be dropped off. You can recycle up to 10 bulbs per day, free of charge. June 18th will be the next discussion in the Men's Talk series at King's Books from 6 to 8 p.m. This month's discussion will be about personal experiences with domestic violence. Event goers can share or just listen. Everyone is welcome to attend the free talk. These men's talks are scheduled to occur the 3rd Thursday of each month through November, with the exception of July, which is on July 9th. Well, that wraps up this installment of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Thanks for watching. I'm Anita Gallagher.